So hey guys, this is Sarah again. You're probably wondering why you know, I'm like hiding under well I'm hiding in a curtain. Well, it's just because the lighting is really bad today. It's like really dark outside, so I'm filming this way to just shed some light on my face and on this video. It's an interesting setup when you don't have much equipment and you're trying to film something that looks kind of good visually. So let's just pretend that I'm hiding in an alternative world. So let's just start with this video. So yeah, I wanted to, well, first of all, I had this idea for a video to talk about how to create a safe space to help you feel better when you know times are rough and all that stuff. But I realized that, well, all the tricks and tips I was going to give, like, making sure your space is uncluttered, making sure that you have a go-to playlist that you can listen to that always makes you a feel-good playlist that will make you feel better, that you wrap yourself in comfy clothes, that you have some kind of outlet to exteriorize what you're feeling, like writing in a journal or talking to people that you trust. All that stuff, I realized that it is helpful, and if it can help you, well, you can take those tips and tricks and use them for yourselves. Another one that I had is to just be in nature, and I'm not talking about going camping, but just walking and just being with the stillness of thing, admiring the beauty of just being, like the trees and the plants and all that stuff. They don't need a reason to be, they just are. So being a part of that can kind of soothe your mind and all that stuff. So those were tricks that I was going to really expand on a little bit more in the video, but I realized that I had some kind of epiphany like during the last few days, because I knew that for some while now there has been something that hasn't been working for me in my life. It's not that I'm depressed, but I know that something is not making me happy and that I'm not happy. And I've tried to find new things to kind of fill up that void, like starting a new sport and all that stuff, and I really love those new things, but ultimately it doesn't resolve the problem at its core. And that's why I decided that the video that I was going to do wasn't appropriate, because it was basically just telling you how to put on a band-aid on a problem that really needs more than just just putting a band-aid over it and just waiting for the scar, the surface to heal, because it's not on the surface, it's really inside that the problem where, let me start over. I mean, the problem isn't on the surface, it's within you, and so it's important to address that. And so I was like, this is so, like, I was looking at my list of tips and tricks and I was like, this is bullshit. This is not appropriate to really resolve what, when you feel like you're like going through a time where there's like a void and you feel depressed and not happy, when you feel like there's really something wrong going on. And those tips can help momentarily, but like for me, it's like, even though I go and do the sport that I'm practicing right now, and even though I apply all those tricks to my lives, ultimately they helped in the moment, but then afterwards I'm just like, well, I'm still not feeling happy. So it can help in for a bit of time, for an hour, for like half an hour and all that stuff, but ultimately it won't help you on the long run. So you really need to address the problem at its core. And so that is why I wanted to just talk about finding out what is at the core of your feelings. And for me, like I said, I had an epiphany where I was talking in one of my classes with it's kind of a seminar, so we were talking about how to avoid exhaustion and how to take care of ourselves. And I just realized that there was one thing that really wasn't aligned with what I wanted to do, even though it's my profession. I mean, so working in my field should make me happy, but the job that I'm doing right now isn't fulfilling me, and I'm just staying in it because I need the money. So, but it's a great job. And I just think that maybe it's the accumulation of like fatigue and all that stuff. And it's just not, I can't be invested into it. And I feel like it's taking away time from other projects that I want to accomplish. So, when I figured that out, it's kind of like I figured this out and I was like, oh, that's what's wrong. And all those tips and tricks and all those band-aids won't resolve that problem. And I'm not saying that I'm going to just quit and just, change my life all over. But it's just important to realize that to try to start taking steps towards the end goal, which is to make my life a happier life. So yeah, I'm sharing this with you because it's part of my journey, and also because if it can help you just take time to assess your current life if you're not happy with it and see what is at the core of this unhappiness. Well, I'll be glad if my video helps you do that. And one exercise that I did this morning is to write down what my life looks like right now, and also take a separate sheet to write what I want my life to be like. And it's really eye-opening when you do that exercise to see sometimes where you're like totally not aligned and where you're like, where you're getting closer to certain goals. You're like, okay, this is working, but in some other areas it's just not working. So it's important to really like not just think about it, but write it down also, or like draw a chart where you're writing where your priorities are and all that stuff, just to kind of give you an accurate portrait of what your life is right now and how you want it to be. So I don't have the answers for my own life right now. I'm just trying to figure out how to make my life a more fulfilling and happier life, but it's the start. So I'm guessing this video is just a first video about me talking about, it's basically my health journey. It's my health journey mentally, physically, and just holistically. So maybe I'll just keep track of my thinking process and the steps that I'm taking to make my life more fulfilling and more aligned. And if that interests you, well, please make sure to follow my YouTube channel and to like this video and to watch my other videos too, where I share other tips and also other views on life that might help you get through rough times and all that stuff. So I hope this made sense and that you enjoyed this video. So if you did, like I said, subscribe, like this video, share it with people who might feel lost right now or unhappy, and share it with your friends or whoever is going through that kind of situation. And also, please make sure to comment, tell me if you're going through something similar, or if you have gone through something like that, and what steps did you take to make your life more satisfying for yourself. So yeah, please share with me, because I would really like to interact with you guys and yeah, just get to know you all. So yeah, I'll stop rambling now, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.